alive. So I could suffer in exile as he had to? Isn't that what he said before he had me thrown in here? Virtuoso glared daggers at her. Aki set her jaw. She refused to give away the fear chewing at her bones. The acid in front of Virtuoso began to boil. What in Sola's name was this? Aki pressed herself even harder against the wall to get as far away from it as possible. An enormous emerald bubble, 7 or 8 feet in diameter, rose from the depths of the acid. The orb bobbed to shore and opened as if it were yawning. It was empty, except for a large armchair. Virtuoso glowered. "There's a small cell behind this rock wall, sheltered from the acid. Squeeze through the crevice over there." She pointed to a person-sized crack in the grotto wall, obscured by the fall's shadows. "And you'll find a mattress, water, and food. Enough to survive. Barely." Then she stepped into her green bubble, sat in it like the captain of a small ship, and sank into the water, leaving Aki behind. Alone. Possibly for the rest of her life, because Jin wanted her to rot here as punishment. She hugged her knees to her chest and looked at the curtain of acid locking her into this prison. But there was still one hope, even if it was a small one. "League of Rogues," Aki whispered. "If you're out there, please don't give up on me." Chapter 2. Hana clenched her fists as she rode away in her bubble. As Virtuoso, Emperor Jin's second-in-command, she was supposed to want to snap the former Empress's neck in the grotto. But there was a part of Hana that was relieved she wasn't allowed to kill Princess Aki. Prisoner or not, she was still royalty. Unfortunately, it was that kind of wishy-washy commitment that had made Hana weak before. She'd fallen for her sister's attempt to reconcile, letting Sora go instead of turning her in. If I had revealed Sora as a mole in our ranks, the Society of Taigas wouldn't have been warned of the impending attack, and the ryuu could have taken the Imperial City without as much ryuu bloodshed. They also could have avoided killing some Taigas who would have been valuable once they were brainwashed and turned into ryuu. That had all been because Hana had wavered in her allegiance. "I won't make that mistake again," she thought. From now on, whatever Emperor Jin wanted, she would be single-mindedly dedicated to him and his pursuit of the Evermore. "Nothing will sway me," Hana said aloud, as if doing so would further bind her to the pledge. "Nothing." Chapter 3. It's a strange thing, Sora thought. When a boy you've known your entire life is suddenly an enormous electric wolf. It was stranger still to ride on his back as he flew through the night, sparks flickering off his blue fur. She, Fairy, and Broomstick clung to Daemon, bracing themselves against the biting chill. They'd fled Kachona, beaten and terrified after Prince Jin, the Dragon Prince, seized the throne. But now, just hours later, the decision nipped at the edges of Sora's mind. They were supposed to be the protectors of the kingdom. Was it irresponsible to abandon their people? But the rest of the Society of Taigas had been beaten, and if Sora and her friends had stayed, Prince Jin might have captured and hypnotized them too, and then Kachona would have no one left to save them. Still, it felt wrong to run away. "Turn around," she said to Daemon. "What?" "Turn around. We need to go back." "Are you out of your mind?" Daemon said, his voice half growl. "Prince Jin just took over the minds of every warrior we know, and we only barely escaped." "Which means that the prince won't expect us yet," Sora said. "He probably thinks we'll disappear for a while to lick our wounds. No one would guess we'd turn around after losing a battle and fly straight back." With a reluctant sigh, Daemon changed directions and headed back to Kachona. Eventually, a crescent-shaped island came into view. Isle of the Moon had been the retreat of the Society of Taiga's Council before the ryuu destroyed it. Even from this height, Sora could see the red bridges smashed into ponds and the toppled constellation.